All right. So a friend of mine has gently lent me his Jaguar F-Type, and I'm gonna have a go. I've already driven it a little bit, and I've got a little bit of an idea how it feels. But this is my first Jaguar, so I didn't really have any like preconceptions of what it was going to be. The most noticeable thing when you get into the car is just the actual mass of the car. Like you kind of feel its size, and to be honest, the thickness of the steering wheel it kind of makes everything feel a little bit more bulky, and it's sort of there's a lot behind it. But despite that, it shifts pretty well. I mean, you can get it going, and I'm in race mode at the moment, and the exhaust note and the throttle response is actually improved a lot. It's a lot quicker now than it was before. Oh. The V6 raspiness is there. It's subtle. It's not as loud as maybe the Porsche. The V6 has plenty of power, actually, especially for a very narrow German road like this. And the throttle response is quite direct, actually, especially, I mean, the race mode particularly, it does exactly what you want it to do. The pickup, as you rest your foot on the throttle, is just sort of slightly aggressive, but I can't comment much on the brakes, to be honest, because the feel is good, but on these sort of roads, yeah, there's no hard braking events on these roads, so it's really difficult to judge. But feels fine. So it's missing a little bit of the agility, but still. The steering has a slight vagueness to it. You just don't. There's no feedback kind of coming through it. It's really minimal, and it's also extremely light, which puts me off just a slightly bit. You sort of feel a slight lack of confidence almost. The suspension's really compliant, and the downside for sure is that there is body roll. You can kind of feel that, when you're on edge, there is a lot of movement. You can sort of feel each tire like almost moving individually, if you get what I'm trying to say. But it's everything could be just a little bit tighter if you were going to do some sport driving. But normal cruising like this, I mean, it's really comfy actually. Comes with a ZF gearbox, if I'm not mistaken, an automatic gearbox, and I'm actually quite impressed so far. The reactiveness of the shifts and the aggressiveness is kind of like it's there. It doesn't feel like there's nothing slush boxy about this gearbox, so that's actually quite nice. Here we go. There are certain situations where the gearbox, you kind of get reminded that it's an automatic. Yeah, the downshifts are just missing that slight reactiveness. It's there's that slight delay which you don't have on the upshifts. The upshifts are, I mean, the thing just slams in the next gear like immediately, but with the rev matching and everything, the upshift is just slightly slower. But I'm actually impressed so far that that ZF have managed to do as much as they have on an automatic gearbox. The upshifts can be quite aggressive though. I mean, the car slowly makes more and more sense as I drive it actually. You kind of get used to its size. I feel like you could eat up miles in this thing. And the interior is a nice place as well. It's maybe slightly dated. You can kind of feel that it's got that 5 to 10 year kind of age. But and it's a nice sort of little cocoon. You've got a lot of material and surfaces, kind of next to you, which is quite light, But the biggest thing is for me is the wheel. It's just thick, it's bulky, and it kind of makes the car feel heavy because you're holding this big thing. I don't know what it is. It doesn't help. I think if you had like a thinner steering wheel and you made the steering just a little bit less numb, I think the whole car would feel, I think, a lot lighter. Even without taking any weight out, I mean, it just would feel lighter, I think. That's the thing. Otherwise, I'm fifth gear in town and you can't hear a thing. It's super quiet. All I can hear is the fans, actually, because it's about 23 degrees in essentially winter, which is remarkable. I've had about 30 to 40 minutes in this car in, the best conditions, I would argue. The general verdict is, as a GT car, for the performance and the price of what you can get one of these in the used market, I'm actually quite impressed. It's just missing that slight rawness almost. But it goes. It goes. So there you have it, one of Jaguar's last great GT cars. And that's really all it is, a GT car, with all the typical qualities that define a Gran Turismo, but also all of the compromises. Its weight and comfort means it's clumsy when driven aggressively, but will make you feel right at home on a continental blast across Europe. Let's find out how Jaguar will return, if ever, to the Sport GT segment.